Well, I think the industry is trying very hard to learn, but in my view, I think as articulated in the round table today, I think the underlying events are becoming much more complex, although in some respects they're just a play out of what happened last year. I mean, we might as well have just woken up a year on and similar events have happened. But I think there is a general sort of acceptance in the industry that we need to actually understand the risks much better than we ever have done in the past. And I think there is the beginnings, I think, of a thinking that wants to actually begin to understand that better. However, this is happening at a time where there's much change. We don't need to talk about rates too much, but they are where they are. But I think the industry needs to actually look at its long-term sustainability and drive towards understanding things better so that it can actually offer the solutions that are really needed. And those are quite simply, I mean, the industry is moving more towards multi-class type products because the underlying risk is much more connected than it ever was. Actually, the underwriting DNA, the curiosity, what made a Lloyd's underwriter, I think we need to go back to that because there is much, as again said earlier today, I think that the risks are much more complex. The underlying corporates are dealing with much more sophisticated risk. They don't necessarily have the skill set to deal with that. And I think that calls for a greater underwriting type of thinking, even within the corporate sector. And I think that ultimately leads back to an underwriting culture that actually wants to use data, wants to get close to the client requirement and begin to offer the solutions that are needed. And that's throughout, not just the underwriting belt, but the broking belt too.